Hello, in this video I'm going to demonstrate the completion of my Enhancement 5 assignment. In this very enhancement, I have been able to add client-side and server-side form validation to the add classification and add vehicle views. I have used the PHP built-in functions to validate the data. As you can see, I've used the sanitize functions, and I've also used this the empty function to check the functions that are empty for those fields which are required. Then I've also made a custom function here which tells me when a number is a negative number. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and illustrate this. So I'm going to go to the controller, the vehicle controller, and I'll start off with the add classification. So the add classification cannot take more than 30 characters. So when I enter numbers and it gets to 30, it stops. I can't enter any value anymore. Now, when I do not enter a data, it asks me, so this is a required field. Now, when I turn off my my client-side validation using the bookmark and try submitting, so you can see the server-side validation has taken effect. So when I enter in a value, let's say Toyota. Okay, you can see we have Toyota over here. I'm going to demonstrate the client side. You can see that these fields are required. All these fields are required. And so I'm going to enter in data, and the price can be a float. So I'm going to intentionally skip this so you can see it is required. Now when I turn off the client-side validation and try submitting this, you can see that it still spotted that empty field. Now when I enter a negative value as a stock, I'm going to do this first with the client-side validation, entering a negative value as our stock. So you can see that this field requires that the value of the field be greater than 0 or be a positive number. Now when I turn off the client-side validation and try submitting the form, you can see that there is still an error message. So meaning that I have to enter a value that is more than 0. So when I enter this submits successfully. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is to show that my form validates properly. So I'm going to use the web development, the developer tools, to validate. You can see the HTML for the add vehicle page validates properly without any errors. The CSS validates properly without any error. I'm going to also validate the add classification page Okay, so you can see there are no errors. I'm going to validate the CSS. You can see there are no errors. Okay, I am going to have my wave tool validate the add classification page, so there are no errors, and I'm also going to validate the add vehicle with the wave tool. You can see there are no errors. Thank you so much for listening.